The little plastic piece, just it slides on, and then the same way it pops off. Put your bobbin in, put the lid back on, and cover it up. In front of the bobbin compartment is called the storage table and extension. Extension and storage table slides off. If you want a smaller room, like to put your bag, the top of your bag can go on here, and you can sew all the way around in one big circle. Otherwise, we keep it on. It does have a storage area, but because you're not the only ones using the machine, it's not a good place really to put anything. But if you have a machine at home that's a storage table, you can keep little extra stuff. You can keep your extra tools that come with the machine right in here. All right, so a couple things that we didn't do then on the front. These parts all go together. So this is the bobbin winder post, and then kind of a guard for the bobbin winder. Because the thread doesn't come on the bobbin when you buy it, it comes empty, so you can put what color you want. Your projects come with their own thread, so then we're going to learn how to use the bobbin winder. In front of the bobbin winder is this dial that is called the tension dial. It has a lot of numbers from 0, I think, up to 9, up to 8, it looks like, 8. And we want to keep it in where the 3 to 5, where they're kind of connected. They have a little line that connects them. That's just kind of mid-range. If your tension is too loose, your thread's going to be really loopy, and it's going to get all clogged in your machine, and then the machine is going to beep and not work it, and you're going to have to get me to clean it out. Or if it's way too tight, it's going to hold. Let's go to 9. It's going to hold it too tight, and it's just going to break. Your thread will continually break, and you're going to get frustrated. So when you come and sit down, again, just like looking at the hand wheel, you look at the tension dial and say, is it in the right spot? Or did whoever, the 8th grader who used the machine before me, try to sabotage me and mess it up? Because, you know, they might have. And let's not you do the same thing back at them. So, tension dial. Inside the machine is this called the take-up lever that goes up and down. And it is involved also with the tension of the thread. And your hand wheel moves it just like it moves the needle. They're all attached. So tension dial. Then we have some stuff on the front. So if you're close to another machine, you can look. The one that looks just like a picture of a needle will raise and lower your needle. You push it, the needle will go into your fabric. Push it again, it'll come back up. That's its only job, raising and lowering the needle. The one that looks like a U-turn or an arrow that's going in an upwards, backwards U or upside down U, when you push and hold it, it is the reverse stitch or the back stitch button. We will always start with doing some back stitching, 3 back stitches. It does the knot. We're not going to tie knots anymore. We're going to back stitch. We'll let go, use our speed controller, go forward, and then at the end of our seam or our sewing line, we'll back stitch again. And you just have to let the button will do it for you as long as you press and hold it. The other button on the front is the start stop button. Now you might think and say, well, Mrs. K, I have a speed controller for my foot. Why do I need a start stop button? Because these are kind of high tech machines. I can unplug the speed controller and I don't have to use it at all. I can set it aside, I can push the start button and the machine will go. And it'll just go on its own, and I push it and it'll stop. It has a built-in speed controller on the front where the arrows are. So if I want to go slow, 1 arrow is slow, 2 is medium, and 3 is fast. Everything can be worked from here and not worrying about your foot. I have a machine similar to this at home. I'm not even sure where my speed controller is because I just push the button on the front and I don't worry about using that. So this machine will work all on its own. Once it's plugged in, the computer screen will come on, and this dial on the front will help us go to different stitches. So you just turn it and it gets up to higher stitches. We're going to worry right now. You can pick 1 or 2, stitch 1 or 2, and then we'll do stitch 8 also on the pink machine. And so I will let you know what one you need for different things. Also, so this is the stitch selector on what stitch you want to use. Another thing to check is if you see on the front, some of the machines have this double needle button. If someone has pushed the double needle button, for some reason it doesn't reset itself when you turn the machine off. You might come in and turn it on and your machine doesn't want to work because we don't use double needles in here. So you'll just have to push the button and on the screen you'll see that go away and just see 1 needle. So that's just another kind of troubleshooting that you could do on your own. Just look at the screen and see, is it set up right? Do I need to get rid of the double needle? You can do that. I think that's the main parts of the machine. If when we're going over stuff, we see something different, I'm going to give you a paper copy of the machine that you're going to go through and list all the parts by watching the video, and we'll see if I missed something. I'm not sure if I did. So I think we're in good shape. Okay, thanks.